Welcome to the Samurai channel. We are all students who have been active for the past 3 years through social networking, street speeches, and signature campaigns. The channel is made up of teenagers and is made up of culturally diverse high school students, including Japanese, half European, and those who have studied abroad. The corruption of politicians in Japan today is glaringly obvious. The adults need to wake up and express their opinions clearly. But even if they realize, more than 70 years of misguided history may prevent decisive action. It is we, the youth, who are in this predicament. That is why we must learn together, speak out and take action, remember who is telling lies, remember why is false history being taught, remember who are the traitors. Remember understand what individuals and nations have done to our country. Let us know if there are any mistakes. We are ordinary high school students, but our leaders have been aware of Japan's shadow since junior high school and have taken action. Mission: Let's protect Japan. Let's be proud of Japan. Support us. Arigatou gozaimasu. Here are the topics we chose this week. Number 1. Kawasaki mayoral election, protests continue over Miyabe Tatsuhiko's speech. In the Kawasaki mayoral election, which will be announced on October 12, 2025, independent candidate Miyabe Tatsuhiko, 46, has been giving street speeches, but has been subjected to severe interference. Miyabe is the representative of the publishing company Jugensha, and in the past has published the names of discriminated against Buraka places on his website and has pledged to abolish the hate speech ordinance. Number 2. Removal of Comfort Women statue in Germany. Regarding the removal of the Comfort Women statue in Germany, a statue symbolizing the Comfort Women issue in Berlin, the capital, was removed. The statue was installed in 2020 on public land in Mik District by the Korean citizens group, Korea Council. The Japanese government repeatedly requested its removal based on the Japan-Korea agreement to avoid international condemnation. On October 7, 2025, removal was ordered, with a warning of a €3,000 fine for non-compliance. The group sought a provisional disposition in court to maintain it, but the higher administrative court decided on removal on the 13th. The removal order was finalized on the 16th, and on the 17th, contractors arranged by the district executed the forced removal. The Japanese embassy welcomed this, evaluating it as the realization of removing the statue that had been obstructing peace. On the other hand, protests have risen from the Korean side, sparking international debate. This removal signals the end of propaganda distorting the historical facts of the Comfort Women issue. Japanese people should continue to firmly raise their voices against the Comfort Women issue, which is an international fraud. Number 3. Ignoring public opinion on foreigner housing permit. Hokkaido residents furious at Governor Suzuki's rampage. Hokkaido Governor Naomichi Suzuki permitted the conversion of farmland in Kuchon town to build communal housing for up to 1,200 foreign workers and others. This plan responds to ski resort demand in the Niseko area, but local residents have expressed strong concerns about deteriorating public safety, disruption of living environments, and loss of farmland. At resident briefings, voices erupted saying, the lives of nearby residents will be threatened, and compact dormitories will lead to slummification. Nevertheless, the governor formally considered the town agricultural committee's opinion and forcibly granted permission citing compliance with farmland law standards. This decision clearly ignores public opinion. On SNS and petition campaigns, criticisms have flooded in, such as ignoring the voices of Hokkaido residents, prioritizing foreign capital. Past land sale issues from his time as Yubari mayor are being revisited, making Suzuki's claims of coexistence ring hollow. Number 4. Proportional representation fraud suspicions, naturalized lawmakers eroding Japanese politics. In October 2025, the LDP dissolved its 26-year coalition with Komeito and established a new coalition with external cooperation from the Japan Innovation Party. Under Prime Minister Sunai Takaichi, policy agreement was reached on the condition of reducing the number of Diet seats, but serious cracks are appearing in this government base. Symbolic cases are Shuhei Ishibashi, 63, originally from China, who was first elected in the proportional representation from the Innovation Party, and Althea Eri, 37, of Uyghur descent, who revived in the LDP's South Kanto proportional bloc. Ishibashi previously stated, first-generation naturalized citizens should not run for election. It is my original sin to become a politician after being raised in China, yet ran with Innovation Party endorsement. He won election in the 2025 House of Councillors election with 47,940 votes but had temporarily withdrawn due to online harassment and concerns from conservative layers before retracting it, exposing contradictions. Former UN staff member Althea Eri won her first election in the 2023 Chiba 5th District by-election with Taro Kono's cooperation, but after losing public endorsement in the 2024 general election due to the slush fund issue, she revived proportionally and even received a position. Both revival elections in proportional representation are raising suspicions of fraudulent vote manipulation or organized voting. Japan is not a country made of immigrants. Historically formed as a monoethnic nation, the political participation of first-generation naturalized citizens in this country requires strict scrutiny from the perspective of national loyalty. Ishibashi's retraction of his statement is the epitome of self-contradiction, and Eri's revival is a product of factional cronyism. The LDP Innovation Coalition is feared to proliferate such strange personnel. The public must not tolerate fraud and legally strengthen the selection of naturalized lawmakers, otherwise, the country of the Japanese cannot be protected. Number 5. Akira Ikegami's child brainwashing and Soichiro Tahara's Remark lead to collapse of trust. I'm appalled. In Akira Ikegami's Ikegami Akira Special, 2018, it was exposed that child actors were disguised as ordinary children and graphs were manipulated to induce impressions, a staged deception. I'm furious at this act that dirties children's hearts. That's why he's called Liar Akira. Furthermore, Soichiro Tahara spat abusive language on BS Asahi, October 19, to Prime Minister Takaichi, saying, "You should die," causing a massive uproar on SNS as a BPO case. Media trust has plummeted in the 2025 survey, and it's no wonder young people's abandonment of TV is accelerating. It's pathetic that media entrusted with public airwaves deceive the public with such vulgar behavior. Number 6. Protect the dignity of JSDF members, protesting discriminatory trends in Okinawa. On October 18, the Don't Tolerate Discrimination Against the JSDF Okinawa Prefectural Rally was held in Naha. Hundreds participated, including family associations and lawmakers, strongly protesting that exclusion that wounds the pride and dignity of JSDF members threatens national security. Representative Nakamura-san, whom we've also featured on our Samurai channel, appealed, narratives abusing the trauma of the Battle of Okinawa breed discrimination. Promote proper awareness reform through education and media, while demanding guarantees for service members' rights to social participation. Reflecting on past refusals of adult ceremony participation and resident registration discrimination, he emphasized, now is the time to eradicate discrimination through the collective will of prefectural residents. This movement is a mirror reflecting Okinawa's complex base burdens and longing for peace. The efforts of Nakamura-san and others are not mere protests but a step toward building an Okinawa that respects mutual dignity. Everyone nationwide, please listen to these voices and together build a discrimination-free society. Number 7. End Spy Heaven Japan. Urgent call for enactment of prevention law. Japan has long been mocked as a spy heaven, where industrial spies freely steal semiconductor technology and defense secrets. On the other hand, the fact that the Unification Church recommends a spy prevention law has sparked mixed opinions, as it could lead to ordinary people being labeled spies like Chaplin once was. However, nearly every country has a spy prevention law. Establishing a national intelligence agency similar to the CIA is also in view. The purpose is to prevent espionage and protect critical information, but like the 1985 bill that was scrapped, it should be enacted in a way that avoids arbitrary expansion of state secrets, threatening freedom of the press or the right to know. Additionally, isn't it only natural for politicians to be required to disclose 5 generations of family registry? There are reasons to suspect unusually pro-North Korea or pro-China lawmakers. Number 8. Protect citizens' tax money. Takaichi tackles the dark side of NPOs. Prime Minister Sanai Takaichi has powerfully declared, not a single yen of citizens' tax money will be wasted, and is resolutely implementing reforms to crush the tax money business of NPOs abusing taxes. NPOs are treasures of society, but some engage in fake activities aimed at subsidies, pocketing profits, and abusing non-taxable privileges. Irregularities were exposed in the National Tax Agency's 2025 data, and Ministry of Internal Affairs audits are intensifying. However, interference has arisen here. LDP Tax Commission Chairman Yoichi Miyazawa and former policy chief Itsunori Onodera are resisting Takaichi's radical reforms. Miyazawa, as a fiscal discipline advocate, insists on maintaining NPO privileges, while Onodera plots to ease reviews based on old Kishida faction logic, dragging down the reforms. Takaichi clearly stated, "I want to completely overhaul the LDP Tax Commission," and on September 9 appointed Onodera as the new Tax Commission chairman, forcing Miyazawa to step down. This personnel refresh breaks inner circle control and enforces strict reviews and information disclosure. Transparency for certified NPOs is advancing, allowing true welfare and environmental groups to flourish. Applause for Takaichi's unwavering leadership. Defeat resistance forces like Onodera and Miyazawa, and realize tax justice. Number 9. Revival of the Imperial Rescript on education. Wonderful. The revival of the Imperial Rescript on education promises the resurgence of Japan's traditions and morals. Promulgated by Emperor Meiji in 1890, the Rescript taught loyalty, filial piety, fraternity, diligence, and formed the foundation of the Japanese spirit. Banned post-war by GHQ, but in 2025, Prime Minister Sanai Takaichi is promoting its revival to regain the Japanese heart. Under the LDP Innovation Party Coalition Agreement, its use in school education is under discussion. Takaichi emphasizes, respect your children and be filial to your parents. This is the origin of education. The Rescript's core of loyalty to the emperor and patriotism and family bonds remain effective pillars of moral education today. The Ministry of Education plans trial introduction in model schools starting in fiscal 2026. Opponents express concerns about revival of militarism, but the Rescript's spirit honors peace and harmony. This is a golden opportunity to nurture proud Japanese hearts in children. Let's all support it and restore the brilliance of education. Number 10. Japan Federation of Bar Associations 2 major blunders. I'm angry and appalled at abandoning work for the Japanese people. The JFBA issued a statement opposing the new law criminalizing damage to the national flag and emblem. Against the bill planned for submission to the 2026 Diet under the LDP Innovation Party Coalition, it claims infringement on freedom of expression and promotion of nationalism. Damaging foreign flags is punishable, yet our own is left unchecked? It says the protected legal interest is unclear and violates the Constitution, but instead of protecting national pride, it tolerates insults. SNS is exploding with outrage like inequality under the law and borderline treason. Prime Minister Takaichi is promoting it as making Japan's symbols dignified, but the JFBA's resistance is the height of belittling Japan. Furthermore, a storm of opposition to JR East's facial recognition surveillance cameras. Criticizing the system for detecting wanted persons as privacy infringement and strengthening mass surveillance, it forced operational halt in October 2025. In the past, it repeatedly issued statements opposing mandatory in-train cameras, prioritizing individual rights over crime deterrence. As a result, station safety is threatened, only breeding grounds for gropers and terrorism. The JFBA's Hague ambassador dispatch yielded 0 results over 4 years, and international judicial cooperation has become hollow. Aren't all these products of people pretending to be Japanese, infiltrating and abandoning work for the Japanese? With a history of endorsing naturalized candidates, doubts about loyalty swirl. Beyond anger and dismay, correct the JFBA with the people's voice. We demand true protection of Japan. Shouldn't nationality requirements be revived so the JFBA is operated only by Japanese people?
This week's Keishara Police. Tsuru University of Science and Literature Honorary Professor Tokushi Kasahara. The Nazi incident was an event that occurred after the Japanese army entered Nanjing, and we claim that civilian victims number 34. Books by Kenichi Ara and Masanori Mizuma based on primary sources label it as fabrication and deny the massacre using Japanese testimonies. On the other hand, Tsuru University of Science and Literature Honorary Professor Tokushi Kasahara claims a massacre in lecture based on Chinese sources. But photos he once presented in lecture have already been exposed as Chinese fabrication. Even the Tokyo trial stated that Nazi incident victims were 20,000, and afterward the number increased, now exceeding atomic bomb victims, a figure spread worldwide as propaganda. This is also because the American Democrats are concealing the tragedy of the atomic bombs. The United Nations bears great responsibility as well. If it's a lie, photos of the atomic bomb devastation should be included in textbook. In 50 years, China has invaded Tibet, southern Mongolia, and Uyghur regions, and about 3,000 refugees have fled to Japan. Even the Tiananmen Square incident from 30 years ago is hidden from Chinese citizens, and many people don't know about it. Shut up, Tsuru University of Science and Literature Honorary Professor Tokushi Kasahara and Nagasaki Peace Memorial Museum. If you're going to spread lies, present laws and evidence.
Let's take action this week. This week, as furthermore, a storm of opposition to JR East's facial recognition surveillance cameras. Criticizing the system for detecting wanted persons as privacy infringement and strengthening mass surveillance, it forced operational halt in October 2025. In the past, it repeatedly issued statements opposing mandatory in-train cameras, prioritizing individual rights over crime deterrence. As a result, furthermore, a storm of opposition to JR East's facial recognition surveillance cameras. Criticizing the system for detecting wanted persons as privacy infringement and strengthening mass surveillance, it forced operational halt in October 2025. In the past, it repeatedly issued statements opposing mandatory in-train cameras, prioritizing individual rights over crime deterrence. As a result, station safety is threatened, only breeding grounds for gropers and terrorism. The JFBA's Hague ambassador dispatch yielded zero results over 4 years, and international judicial cooperation has become hollow. Aren't all these products of people pretending to be Japanese, infiltrating and abandoning work for the Japanese? With a history of endorsing naturalized candidates, doubts about loyalty swirl. Beyond anger and dismay, correct the JFBA with the people's voice. We demand true protection of Japan. Shouldn't nationality requirements be revived so the JFBA is operated only by Japanese people? This week's Let's Take Action. This week, as furthermore, a storm of opposition to JR East's facial recognition surveillance cameras. Criticizing the system for detecting wanted persons as privacy infringement and strengthening mass surveillance, it forced operational halt in October 2025. In the past, it repeatedly issued statements opposing mandatory in-train cameras, prioritizing individual rights over crime deterrence. As a result, station safety is threatened, only breeding grounds for gropers and terrorism. The JFBA's Hague ambassador dispatch yielded zero results over 4 years, and international judicial cooperation has become hollow. Aren't all these products of people pretending to be Japanese, infiltrating and abandoning work for the Japanese? With a history of endorsing naturalized candidates, doubts about loyalty swirl. Beyond anger and dismay, correct the JFBA with the people's voice. We demand true protection of Japan.